Growing up, I had dreams and aspirations, but always felt like the kid that didn't fit in. For the most part, I wasn't a bad kid, but when I made the transition into adulthood, I turned to the streets for guidance. This led to getting locked up in juvenile hall, doing time in CYA, and eventually a 120-month sentence in federal prison. I had a lot of time to think and reflect during my federal sentence, so I share with you what I learned, hoping I can positively influence someone else's life with Prison Talk.
What up? Big Herc 916. Getting down with another Prison Talk. Oh man, there is some major cheek busting going down in the New Jersey State Prison, an all-women's prison. Transgender inmate was being housed there, and they decided to put that hammer down. Yeah, they still had the hammer. And 2 women prisoners consensually got pregnant. Now, what did they think was going to happen when you put a transgender that still had a hammer around a bunch of women? Man, you know those women were lined up to get that magic thrust. So now they're transferring the transgender to a men's facility. So they just got through busting cheeks at the women's prison, but now they looking at getting their cheeks busted, because you know them dudes up in there doing all that time, they're gonna see them little ninnies in that little butt, and they're gonna man, they're gonna be on that thing like a hot Cheeto. And apparently Demi Minor, which is a transgender, 27, has been moved to the vulnerable housing unit at Garden State Youth Correctional Facility, a prison for young adults 18 to 30. It's confirmed there are 3 transgender women housed in the youth facility, vulnerable housing unit, though the prison general population houses only men. So they're housed in a unit where there's other transgenders, but if there's any interaction with other males that are in there that are on some barbarian time, man, it's gonna be a hell of a stay. And let me see how much time this person's doing. Minor is serving a 30-year prison sentence for manslaughter. So 27, this youth facility, it looks like it only houses until 30. So once Minor turns 30, it'd be interesting to see where she gets transferred to, because man, they ain't gonna see no female cheeks. They're gonna be seeing man pipe. And let me tell you, man, in the state, some of them dudes go hard in the paint, man. You got some savages up in there, some real savages. And I tell you guys, it ain't no joke. And it's not even funny, the fact that those women got pregnant in there, but I know that the relationships in women's prison, from having talked to women that did time, is very serious. Women up in there going down on each other for soups and zoom zooms and wham whams and cigarettes, and man, it's high sexual activity going down up in there. I knew a guy who was a guard, and he said he only lasted 1 month up in there. He said you walk around doing count, man, you see all type of Pornhub shit going down. So, hey, I already knew that as soon as they said that they had a transgender in a female facility, they was up in there busting cheeks. They was getting down. So there's not much being said about it on mainstream because they don't want to propagate that and say what the reality is. But this is somebody that obviously liked women and still kept their thing. Yeah. Don't be fooled thinking that what you get is what you get, because that just goes to show, man, you ain't gonna be able to mix and match like that. You're not gonna be able to mix somebody who still has a wee and think that situations like this won't happen, even if it's on the street dealing with women's facilities. It ain't it ain't culture, man. And it'd be interesting to see what people really have to say about this, especially when incidents have happened in the free world where you had people using facilities and situations have occurred. So, hey man, Big Herc 916, fresh out. Leave a comment, subscribe, share the channel, and let me know what your opinion of the transgender getting 2 women pregnant that we know of, and no telling how many cheeks were busted up in there in that period of time. There was probably a cheek busting train going down. Hey, I'm out.
Go. Hey, what does your shirt say?
Cancel culture.
Why is it crossed out?
Because over at Fresh Out, we ain't with that bullshit. Pick you up a shirt at freshoutseries.com. Lockdown's over. Get your yard time in. Exclusively at freshoutseries.com.